Hey everybody, I wanted to do an update on the Queen here. As you see, her motor is sitting in shambles, but we are back at it. The birthday party and everybody's birthday party that was happening in August kind of threw us for a loop. So here we are back at it, getting these machines up and ready. A few posts back, the Queen and her issues were, one, this hook loop guard was damaged on the outside, so we ended up needing to order this part. The featherweight shop didn't have it, so I had to order it from somewhere else. Shipping was a little bit slower, and that's totally fine. But we got the part here and got it back on the machine. It is now on the bobbin assembly, and the bobbin assembly is attached to the machine. So one problem down. The second problem is going to be these wicks. So first I wanted to show you, this is the wick that was in the Queen. It is hard as a rock. There is no give to it at all. So the lubricant has basically just dried completely in this. We are changing this little guy out because we didn't know when we were trying to clean out the grease from the oiling point. It was just so hard in there that I didn't really think that even putting a drop of oil to try to loosen that up would even work. We may experiment with it now that it's out of the motor, but we've never encountered this, and it's a learning curve because I'm going to get into this here in a second. This motor port here on this motor is much different than the motor port on this particular motor that you see commonly on the 221s, because it is the 110 volt motor. And I'll explain that. This is the motor that was Freddy when we replaced the wicks, which were a lot easier and not as complicated. So this motor here, if you look at it, the actual oiling or the grease port is on an angle. It is not sitting up there vertical. To get the wick up through this part here and fitting in through that angle, you have to work for both the front and the back side to push it up in here, and it is posing to be not as easy as the 110 volt motor. And this is why they do not recommend you doing this yourself, and for good reason. It is not some easy, simple task. And in part, we have damaged the wick trying to get it into that angle. So what we're going to end up doing is just buying more of these wicks, so that way, you know, might as well buy in bulk, because it was $7 just for the two that we bought last time. So this little wick has to go in this tight portion here and go up through here. So needless to say, Stephen is going to be contacting whom we need to contact tomorrow and get more wicks, and then hopefully we'll be able to get the wicks placed back into the motor and get the motor up and running, and hopefully doing a segment on the converter box, which should be a lot of fun. So small minor dilemma. It's happening, not something that I wanted to have happen, but yeah, so I just wanted to keep you guys all posted. We have not forgotten about the Queen. We are definitely back on this now, getting everything up and ready. I'm going to go ahead and bag up all of these portions of the motor, so that way it is not sitting out in the open and then scooting everything back to keep it safe. So I will definitely blog and keep you guys posted as to what we do until, what we do once we get the wicks here at my house. So sorry for the delay. Thank you for bearing with us. Thank you for your patience. And thank you again for being a part of Featherweight 38. We definitely appreciate you all. Have a great night.